Hi guys, and welcome to the second AMA with your man Zeus. I'm just smoking a cigar in celebration of finishing the account system, so I hope you guys don't mind that. We have a lot of questions to go through. There are 44 questions. I have not prepared this, so obviously I'm just going to go through it live one by one and answer all questions that are put in there. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's see. Okay, the first question by anonymous person. When moon? Well, you moon when you do this, okay? You go to our website, all right. You click on buy AOG and you select the one you want. Let's say you want PancakeSwap, okay? Connect your wallet, all right. Select your currency. I have $5K in this wallet, okay, cool. Then I'm gonna put in the buy, swap. You confirm it. All right. You wait a second because obviously it takes a little bit of time before it's processed. So it is okay. Then it's all done. You now have your money in your wallet. You go to the chart. So when moon, well, you see it. This is how you moon. You buy and things go up. If people dump right after you, so some people did, some people are dumping, then of course you go down. That's how the world works. But really, that's the name of the game. You buy more than people sell, and the chart will go up. So it's quite simple. Cool. Next question. Will there be any AOG rewards for daily, weekly logins? Will there be any rewards in form of additions for God, weapons of armor? Okay, good question by Michael. Okay, so when you log in, your gods are fighting, and they are fighting for you 24/7. And while they're doing that, they're gathering up resources, and those resources is not AOG, but they are resources that you can use inside the game. I'm just going to close this real quick. No distractions. Okay. So yeah, you are gathering resources, and those resources can be used for your weapons, your armor, and stuff like that to upgrade your god. So in a sense, yes, but there is no AOG rewards for just logging in. You get AOG rewards in two ways. One through PvE challenges, and the other one by joining the bi-weekly tournaments that are happening. And if you place within the money, then obviously you get AOG sent to your account every 2 weeks. Okay, the game's launch was wisely delayed due to poor market conditions. Yeah, well, yeah, you could say market conditions. I would call it a black swan event, right? So we had a huge dump, and that was caused because the implosion of a few critical players. What improvements were made in the game in the meantime? Will there be any features present that wouldn't be there if the game were launched a month ago? Yes, absolutely. Scam Jam, welcome back, by the way. The PvP side of things was not finished a month ago, and I have good faith that it will be finished for the launch. So yeah, the whole PvP section is added, and we did not have that a month ago. Okay, will there be any marketplace in the game we can use our mobile accounts for? I have like $15 saved up from the opinion reward service I've been holding off just in case. I'm just thinking now what you mean. Will there be a marketplace in the game where we can use our mobile accounts for? I will just say no. I don't know what this is, so I'm guessing it's a no. Would there be NFT weapons? No, we have chosen to not do that. Only gods. Like AFK Arena, would I be able to burn God to level them up? Correct, yes. Basically, we work with cards, right? So similar to AFK Arena, when you start out, you're going to get, by the way, if you register now, you're going to get 5 free cards, and that is only when you pre-register. So you're going to get 5 free cards that you otherwise would not get. Okay, and those cards represent a character. Okay, so in this case, a demigod, a soldier, or a god. Okay, and when you get more cards, you can use them to ascend them. And for example, a god will require 3 of them. Once you have that, you can ascend it to the god level from rare to god. And you need those 3 cards. And on top of that, you need the NFT. Okay, so only if you have the NFT, you're able to upgrade to final level. If you don't have the NFT, you can still play the god, but you can only play it on the lower level. As we progress the game and we put more features in the game, we will have new levels that will, of course, also require the NFT as a bare minimum, but then you need more cards as you continue to upgrade them further. So you would need, for example, a few god level cards to be able to upgrade them to ascended god, stuff like that. I'm still getting the freaking Telegram. Okay. All right. Do you have any details about the marketing campaign? I heard about Brave ads, but are there any others? Well, yes. We have a big Cointelegraph article with a huge announcement on the 27th, one of which I'm super proud of. And it's something that has been in the works for a very long time. So I think that announcement will really serve like as a foundation for the future growth of Age of Gods. So that's coming. On top of that, yeah, we do all kinds of other ads. It would be too much time to go over all of that, but yeah, it is more than just that. There's several other sites where we have banner ads, such as BC Scan, CoinGecko, and stuff like that. But there are more than 500 websites, so I cannot go through all of it. Would the game be translated in many languages, all by anonymous people? Not initially, but maybe in the future. But right now, no. How often new gods will come? Well, it's a good question. Look, we have 10,000 NFTs, and each god has 1,000 of them. So there will never be more than 1,000 Zeuses, 1,000 Thors. And so we have, if you include the staking, we definitely have over 20,000 holders. If you just do simple math, right, you need a team of 5 gods. So that means 5 NFTs. And so there should be roughly 2,000 people that would want to have a full team if you take 10% of our holders. And that would then cover all of the NFTs, and the entire marketplace for the NFTs would be out of circulation. So of course, it depends on how many people play the game, how many people want a full team, or how many people want to be competitive in PvP and want to earn money with AOG. So if that's the case, then there is going to be a shortage of gods, and then therefore the price will go up. If we reach 2,000 active players, again, that assumes that you have 5 NFTs or more. That will mean that we have enough participants in the PvP to be able to say, okay, now we're going to add new gods in the game. Once that happens, I've already talked with Binance. We're most likely to do another INO style like sale, and we again will use all of those proceeds to buy and burn, buyback tokens from the market, okay, and keep them in our buyback wallet. That's effectively the same as burning. The reason why we put it in the buyback wallet is so that everybody can see it, and it's super transparent, and the tokens are not actually gone, they're just in that wallet that is never selling, okay, and then everybody can see that. Okay, any benefit for holders of God NFT at launch? Well, yes, you need them in your wallet, okay. Once you have them in your wallet, you can connect your wallet to your account, on our website. And once you've done that, then it's synced over to the game. And then once you have that, then you can upgrade to final level and have the strongest version of the god available. Okay. Would there be ads in the game to earn token progress in the game? No, there are no ads in the game. All anonymous people. Would Zeus be the most OP god? No. I will have him for sure, but what does 100% buyback means? Well, I kind of alluded to it already. So a buyback means that all the revenue that we make, in our case, 100%. So we finance all our costs from the IDO sale. So we don't have any cost, anything we earn. So any NFT trade where we make a royalty fee anytime someone unstakes too early and has to pay a fine. Whenever someone would spend anything in the game, which of course is the biggest revenue maker, all of that will be removed from the circulating supply. So for example, if I sell the new NFTs that maybe one day will come, okay, then I make, let's say $200,000, just making this up. Then I will use, that is my revenue. So 100% of that money will be used to buy back tokens from the market. It is, in that case, has to be done on the market. So it has to, just like how I did it on PancakeSwap, for example, I have to buy it back. If it is the game, for example, that you sell, that you buy an item, then I've made revenue, and then that token is removed from the circulating supply. It's effectively the same because someone had to buy it initially, so it's still a buy, but you get what I mean. So it is just removed from circulating supply, and that's what the buyback really means. It's just less tokens in the market, and usually when there's less tokens in the market, the price would go up. When the game is released, well, we're aiming for end of month, okay? We're, like I said, we're going to deploy the account system tomorrow. Then obviously people are going to create accounts. We're going to have to monitor that closely, how many accounts, how much pressure is on the servers, all that stuff. And assuming that there's no problems, then we will release. If there are problems, we will hotfix it and just release afterwards. So it will not take longer. It is end of month, worst case, a few days longer, depending again on how that goes. I can only release when it actually works, right? So we have to do that. When will the AOG token list on bigger exchanges? Well, I get asked this a lot, right? And it's not me being lame, but anytime I have contact with any exchange, I have to sign an NDA, or at least the bigger exchanges. And so if I would say anything in regards to which exchange, what conversations are going on, any information I would disclose, I would immediately be terminated and from any potential listing now and in the future. So I cannot comment on anything, nothing. And what I can tell you, and this is general practice for any big exchange, so this would be KuCoin, Binance, any big exchange, Coinbase, they're always the ones who announce it first, to also avoid manipulation and all these things. And also, yeah, that's just how it goes. So the exchange is always the first one to announce it, and afterwards the project. So if you're going to hear anything, it's going to be from an exchange first, and then from me. Okay, will there be any bonuses in the game for like the first 10 days you can spin the wheel of luck and win nice things? We might add it. We have a bonus for registering now. So as I said, you're going to get 5 free cards if you sign up before the game launches. So Timmer, that is, I guess, a bonus. And in the future, yeah, we might have some incentives or things that we want to do. I first want to launch the game, see how things go before giving away gifts. Okay. We also need to make some revenue so people to actually spend AOG. What expenses of GOG will be inside the game in addition to the direct pumping of ammunition and character? Spinning the wheel of luck, decorative accessories. Yeah, so AOG you can use primarily to get new cards. So to get new gods, to get more gods, or upgrade your gods, right? Because like I said, you need 3 of them of the same god to go to final level. And there are 10 gods. So technically you would have to have 30 cards if you want the full team, every god to max level. And also you can upgrade your gods. So you can make them stronger, including gear, and you can buy gear. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do, but most of it is connected to the spinning of the wheel. Hi, Zeus, by Iazi. Hey, Zeus, what are possible future developments you have for AOG after full release of the game? As an investor, I need some examples of what kind of development is possible after full game release. It's a good question. Actually, we have already given the order, or let's say we're already going to pay for the game studio for updating and improving the animations and effects. So character animations is the actual movement and things you see a character do, and effects are all the, bells and whistles and shiny shit that happens inside the game. We want to get closer to AFK Arena quality. please understand that AFK Arena is a multi-million-dollar game. We are not a multi-million euro game. It will take some time before we get there. So, of course, the amount of animations and effects that we have are not on the same level as, say, a game like that. Not yet. So, but we can invest in the game and make it better and get to that level, you know, as time progresses. So one of the big things that we're going to do initially is two major things. One is the improving of our animations and effects. I really think that would add some more value to make the game more flashy and shiny. And the other bit is that we're developing the Apple iOS release. So initially when we release it will be for computers and for Android phones. And of course we want the Apple iPhone as well, but the iOS development takes more time. And we wanted to finish the PvP first before we would, you know, create that app. So that will come after release as the first thing. And of course there will be more things coming after that, but that's the short-term roadmap. Do my NFTs have to be in my wallet to play? Ask Cryptost. Yes, they have to be in your wallet to play. In fact, not just that, you have to connect your wallet to your account. And your account is on our website, right? So it's not inside any app, it's just on our site, and that's why you connect it one time and it will sync over automatically. So if you leave them on the marketplace, in other words, you keep them in circulating supply, then you cannot play them. So you have to remove them from the marketplace and keep them in your wallet to be able to use them. And this is also the reason it's a great thing, because if we do the bi-weekly tournaments, right, and people are playing, we want them to be removed from circulating supply and to have them in your own wallet. And the beauty is, because they're in your own wallet, they're super safe. I am not, you know, taking your NFTs in any shape or form. You're not sending it to anywhere. You're just connecting your wallet for me to read it, what you have, and that's it. If you remove your NFTs from your wallet to send to a marketplace or send to Binance, whatever, then we periodically we check at all the accounts with the wallets that are connected, and we update it inside the game that you don't no longer have that NFT. So then you cannot play that god on that level anymore. You can only play him on the lowest level if you don't have the NFT. So in other words, keep it inside your wallet and just play it that way. It's intended like that. And again, we want to reduce the circulating supply. We don't want you to sell it or try to sell it. How profitable and fun is the game? Well, it's quite profitable because you can actually see this on our play to earn page. There are rewards for 250 AOG for PvE, and given that's not a lot, I understand, but it's intended to not be a lot. This is just intended for you to spin the wheel a few free times once you start completing levels and to get more cards for free. This is where the money is, okay, PvP. Here you can see how much you can make depending on your rank. There's lots of payout positions, because let's say there are, let's say 2,000 players. Look what you can earn, 16,000 AOG in every 2 weeks, right? But also lower prices for people. The lowest is 450 if you finished 450th. This is based on poker tournaments, multi-table tournaments. This is the same payout structure that they use, so it's inspired by online poker, and that works very well. And as I said, it's not everybody will get paid. The people who are serious and put some money and you know, time into the thing. And I think you can earn back those spins quite easily, as you can see. So you know, I think it will be quite profitable. And if I look at other games, there are plenty of other games where you make a few cents per day. It's fuck all. With us, you can literally make a good, nice income, and it will be a fixed amount of AOG. So if your AOG price goes up, it will be even a lot more. We had a $1 price and even above it at some point. So I would not be shocked if we would go back to that. No financial advice there, but you know, it can happen. And once that happens, let's say that it does, you know, then it's $16,000. So that's a lot every 2 weeks. Okay. Andy, when we reach a $5 billion market cap, $5 billion, can you host an AOG party for us all? Yeah, if we reach 5 billion market cap, we will definitely do that. That means we're bigger than Xe, right? So we're the king then. And then sure, I will do something huge. That's all. By the way, I'm only getting paid or any money or any form of tokens at a $1 billion market cap. We're at 4 million now, so that's 1,000 million, right? So we still have quite a lot of room to grow. Lynn asks, if we swap AOG to GAOG, will the circulating supply down so AG token will produce till 270 million, or will it count as burn token? It will be buyback tokens, right? So there are, again, you can call it burned. I mean, again, it's removed from circulation. It will no longer be sold, or it will not be in our liquidity pool. It's gone. So it, you know, it is just there and everybody can see it. So yes, if you swap AOG to JOG, what happens is your AOG gets sent to our deployer wallet. This is also visible for you to see, so anyone can see this. And anyone can also see then how much revenue we really make in our buyback wallet. And all things get sent to the buyback wallet, right? So any NFT trade, royalty fee, any fees for people that unstake too early, shit like that. So that happens. And if people swap from GAOG to AOG, will it make increase the circulating supply? Yes, it will. We have a dedicated hot wallet where we put AOG in, that if you want to swap back, right, into AOG, let's say you earned some tokens, that will effectively increase again the circulating supply, because you first remove it, but then you reintroduce it once you go back. So yeah, in that sense, the circulating supply would go back up if you do that. I think that there will be people who do this, especially those that win and want to, you know, keep it in their wallet. They don't necessarily want to keep it in, or maybe they want to stake it, right? Yeah, you can do that. So that is something definitely possible, but yeah, it depends a bit what you do with it, if it goes back in circulating supply, right? But in essence, yes. AOG, you haven't launched the game, but the circulating supply is same as Axie. Can it surpass Axie in the future? Yes, it can. Circulating supply and price, they are, we have the same tokenomics in that sense, in terms of how many tokens there will ever be. And we also have roughly the same amount of circulating supply as Axie. And there's no inflation from any, like the circulating supply that you see in CoinMarketCap includes all the tokens that are vesting. So it's not likely to go up anytime soon, because it, as I said, it includes all the vesting tokens. Effectively, you could also argue that our real circulating supply is lower because not all tokens are vested. Most tokens will end vesting in August. So, you know, but that's a technicality, but, you know, so it is likely to stay this roughly the same as Axie. And therefore, yeah, you guys decide the price, not me. It just depends on people holding and not being little mortals and sell and do more of those buys like I did. Okay, will AOG play to earn be integrated in Apple iPhone? I answered this, Bravo. The answer is yes. Any major exchange listing in August? I answered this. I cannot answer this this question. Hi, will there be any additional rewards for liquidity mining on gates? Bonus AOG reward like back in the day during Jan or February, or maybe elsewhere? So the answer is no, we don't have that planned. It would cost us more tokens and we would increase supply again. Not something we really want to do right now. Also keep in mind that the gate bonus was something I bought back from the market. So it wasn't something that was added to the circulating supply. So that would cost me a lot of money, and I don't think it's necessarily needed right now. So for now, no. We may come back on this in the future, but for now, no. We do have, of course, a normal staking, right? So we do have that. PGOS, game mechanics are like AFK Arena. Could you share some advice or tricks for those that do not know AFK Arena, or maybe share some tricks and hints? I'm talking too much, not enough smoking. Tips and tricks. Well, I mean, okay, one big tip would be don't focus all your energy on one god, right? You have to figure out a team that works well. And also you have to be able to adapt. So I would say the best thing to do is to have a very diverse set of gods available to you, so you can set up your PvP in the best possible way to beat people. Because you're going to have to adapt depending on who you're fighting and what kind of setup they have. There's certain mythologies are strong against other mythologies to get like a bonus damage and stuff like that. It's the same as AFK Arena. So you constantly need to change and adapt. And therefore, the best way is to have all gods. And I know that that would cost you more spins and all that stuff, but that will effectively be the best way to get it to the top and to be able to really participate and go for the top 10 spots. Shane, have you taken consideration to having multiple of the same god in a team? I have thought about it, and the answer is we will not have multiple of the same god in the team. So you cannot have 5 Zeuses, only one. Keep in mind, there are also 3 demigods, and there's also a common soldier. So it's not just gods, we also have demigods. Hercules, Cleopatra, Sleipnir, it's the son of Loki. Okay, Andy, more of a personal question. As you set up this project and fully dox yourself and put your reputation on the line, how does it make you feel personally when people question the integrity of the project you created, and how do you cope with the pressure of community's expectation from all over the world? You're doing a fantastic job. Just wondering what type of situations affects the creator. Oh, I love this question. It is a good question. So first, about me, I am retired. Okay, I used to be the VP of sales for listing at KuCoin. And I've been in crypto for a very long time. And so I've made my money there. Also, I've been a VP of sales in other jobs. So I've made a lot of money before this project, and I've always wanted to make a game. Okay, so that's, you need to know where I'm coming from. I'm not in this to try to enrich myself. I think that's a huge difference from most other projects owners. They still need to get rich, and they're not rich themselves yet. So they will dump on you, or they will try to sell tokens to enrich themselves. And again, not something I do this for a legacy and just to indeed have a good reputation in the market. I will only become people's hero when the price goes up. When it goes down, I'm public enemy number 1. That's just, even though I have nothing to do with the price, people buy and sell as they see fit. It's fully decentralized. Obviously, I have to do with the project progress, and if we are able to achieve certain things, such as an exchange listing and things like that. So yeah, there is pressure for sure. I answer, and I'm in Telegram almost every single day and pretty much all day because I want to answer questions myself, because I want to show people that I care and that I'm there. That has, of course, some pressure, but I am used, in my entire life, adult life at least, I have been in sales since 16 years old. And so I've always had a quota, pressure to perform or to achieve a certain goal, a quota, a certain revenue to make. So that's, I'm used to it. That's just a fact of life for me when I was working, and what I'm doing now, it hasn't really changed. It gets frustrating when things are not inside my control, but I'm dependent on it, and especially in crypto, you're dependent on certain partners, such as exchanges and stuff like that, if they want to list you or not. And there are some things you can do about it, but not everything, right? It depends also on the community and all that. So yeah, that can be pressure or tough, but it's part of the game. And again, I have learned how to cope with pressure due to my sales background. I've been, I think, 18 years in sales or something like that. So I'm old, so I've been through these storms and these rodeos before. Verano Cupo. Hi Zeus, how are you? Can you clarify how many NFTs of the same god I need to max upgrade him? How many NFT of the same god? You don't need multiple NFTs. You need just one. How many times can a god be upgraded? Right now, at release, at the MVP release, it will be just one time. But in the future, we will add new levels. And you do not need more NFTs then, you just need more cards. How much tokens I have to stake to have max VIP level? The VIP level is not fully finalized yet. So your staking amount is not connected to the account just yet. We are going to go into that later. But in MVP, that is not something that is finished. So I cannot comment on that just yet, but it's a good question. It is our goal eventually to connect also the fact of how much you've staked to get more rewards as you are just, as your gods are battling for you, even when you're asleep. So that's the ultimate goal. We're not there yet. When MVP is launched, what is the process for users to feedback to ensure we capture all possible improvements for the launch of the game? Now Anon asks this would be Telegram. Any feedback, any question you put in there, even if it's answered by a mod will then relay this feedback back to me. So as I said, my Telegram is always filled with things, and I then relay it to our CTO, who then instructs the game team what to do. I cannot read this. I warned for this before, right? I cannot keep doing this using Google Translate. But one time I will do it. Russian. Let's put it on English. What can you say to the haters who write that there is no game? Those who say the video is fake and there is no game. I mean, not much, to be honest. Like, there's always going to be haters and bullshitters. The game studio has publicly announced that they're making our game. So in a tweet from themselves, we are even, I think, on their website. So I mean, what more proof do you need? We even have a game trailer now. So like I don't know what to say other than see the proof. And again, especially in the CoinMarketCap comments, some of these idiots, they post really dumb shit. And yeah, there's not much you can do other than report them that they're on purposely trying to FUD. And I ban people in the chat if they do that immediately, because it's not fair to the rest, people trying to get the price lower so they can get in cheaper. So I know all these tactics, and I'm very vocal and also very aggressive against it. But also there's a responsibility from the community to berate them and to tell these people that they're fucking idiots. Okay. My cigar keeps going off because I keep talking too much and not smoking. Oh God, there's another one. Okay, well, one more then. I really will stop doing this, How many times in the last month have you talked to the guys from the stage that make the game? Every week for sure, and every day pretty much. So every week we have a meeting, and every day we communicate on Slack. Will they promote it too? Is a good question. I think they will, but they're a game studio, so they don't have a big reach, so we're not counting on them. But yeah, sure, they will probably are proud of their game, and they also want their name out there. So, and their name is on the thing. Dear gods, another one. Okay, I don't know what to do with this, if I should or should not. I also don't want to be told that I'm not answering questions, Will other NFTs be released? Well, I've already answered that, so that's a good one. Already went in that. Love you, my man. Wakanda forever. Rick Sanchez. Yeah. Love you too. How to manage sustainability of the project and price of AOG? I mean, sustainability in terms of finances. Like I said, the entire sum that we raised is used for the game. Again, that's very different from most other projects that have to pay salaries and shit and stuff. There's no cost for people in this game. So me and my co-founder are doing this. It's not out of the goodness of our heart. It's just we want to do something that gets our name, recognized, and people hopefully will be grateful if they make a good return. And I want to change some lives. So like a 20% return is not going to change your life. A 50% return is not going to change your life. But if it 100x's, then it may, right? And so that's the goal. And obviously you are the yourself, if you're weak-handed and you sell too early, yeah, then you're not helping yourself. You're definitely also not helping my reputation there. So it all depends on people holding and not being little pussies and sell. So in terms of the price, yeah, all I can do is make the best possible game I can and try to keep improving it and invest all the money in marketing in a smart way. I know how to do marketing. We've done this for KuCoin for a very long time. We've grown them from a bunch of Chinese in a basement in China to a now multinational exchange with hundreds of employees, and it's a top 5 exchange now, right? So, and our team was responsible for that, and we've done all their campaigns. So we know how to do marketing in crypto, and so therefore, we've already more than doubled our holders since launch, and without the game, right? So that is, I think, pretty good. And my goal is to have, at least on the BSC scan, so without staking, to go over 20,000 holders at launch, and then continue to go up from there. We want hundreds of thousands of holders. That's what we want. And that, by the way, that's also the only way to realistically list on big exchanges and to also increase the price. It just has to do with how many people know about your game. I cannot expect the current holders to pump up the price that much. Some will, and that's good. And again, it would help if the current community would stop selling or as much. That would definitely help, but you are free to do whatever you want. So the best way forward is just to have more holders. Only 10 gods to start. Adding more and other things to keep the game interesting. Yeah, we will, like I said, but it's dependent on how many players are active inside the game and how many NFTs then are therefore used by these people, so that there is enough scarcity for the NFTs, because otherwise the price of the NFTs will plummet. We did more than 3 to 4x of the most NFTs did 3 to 4x the price, some even more, and so we like that, and we want to continue that for people that buy NFTs to make a decent game, or that to become more valuable, not less valuable. It's not intended, by the way, our NFTs to to 10x or 200x or whatever. That's not the intention of the NFT, but definitely we don't want the price to go lower. So we want people to earn money on the NFT, or at least remain their value. So whenever they're done and bored of the game or whatever, that they can sell it and just move on. So that's not a loss, right? And that is important to us. And then with that, we'll add more gods. Would enlisting AOG to a big exchange like Binance be wise, because people can short it? By the way, option trading is not necessarily connected to listing on exchange, right? So we don't have any people who can short or long. I am very cautious, or pretty much against doing shorting or longing. I think margin trading in general is just a really dumb thing to do. Most people lose money with it. There are, of course, a few who don't, but those are not the majority of people. Majority of people lose money. That's why exchanges like Buyback, for example, are sponsoring a Formula One team. It's because they got a lot of money. They make a lot of money off who? Yeah, of you, right? Who margin trades. So I also hate all the influencers who promote margin trading. I think it's literally robbing their own audience from money, because most people lose. And you might win a few times, but then you lose you get liquidated and you lose all your money. Well, don't do margin trading, and I will try to avoid margin trading happening on AOG as far as I can control it. Again, we're decentralized, right? So anyone can do whatever they want. I cannot stop that. It's decentralized. Then furthermore, if you list on big exchanges, Binance is the biggest exchange of the world. Yeah, it's good for the token if that would happen. That goes without saying, 100%. Dreamcatcher, I will sell now because you're a fucking pussy. Well, my friend, I'm happy you're out. And I'm going to play you a nice song when the price goes up a lot. It already did, by the way, since I opened this up. So I think you're going to regret it, but it's up to you. And I really don't give a shit what you call me. So have fun. Mano, what utility will the currency have besides upgrading your god? And will it be enough to prevent killing the price of the coin due to the sell pressure? Let me read that again. What utility will the currency have besides upgrading your god? Oh, it can be used to, well, it also has to do with the god, I guess, right? So to get gear and to upgrade your gear and all that. And if it will be enough or not, that depends on how many people play the game. So if there's enough people playing the game, it will definitely be enough to prevent the price from going down. But keep in mind, we're a play to earn concept. This means that there will be rewards from playing the game. That's same like I forgot the name of the project where you have to walk and then you get move to earn projects. They have some level of inflation for you to do something. In our game, at least, you spend. In those other things you don't even spend, you just earn. So there is definitely some level of inflation, but that's good because if you can earn something, you attract new people and more people. And so, as I said before, the price of a token goes up if there's more people in it. And if there's nothing to be earned, people will not buy the token, unless it's like a meme token that does nothing. But we're having a completely different model. That will the game and earnings from there. Yes, it is in essence it's negative pressure if people earn stuff. That's correct. But because you can earn stuff, you will attract new people because they will see like, hey, I can earn money playing a game, and so I want to do that, and therefore I'm going to join in and I'm going to buy some tokens, yada yada yada. And again, more people ultimately will increase the price. So that's why you can do this without necessarily killing the price, because it attracts more people. And we're still so small that we have so much upside, so much room to grow in terms of how many people can earn it, can have the token, and therefore it is only good for the price. It's not a negative thing. Sideflips asks, how will the project generate revenue other than NFT purchases? So we will generate revenue from 4 different sources. I think it's also here. Oh, it was on the tokenomics page. Let me just go here. Okay, so we have an in-game store. That's where we make revenue, probably the majority of it. We will at some points have betting. That's not finalized yet, but ultimately we expect that not everybody will be able to get into the top 10, right? And then, but we do want to get people to be able to participate in betting and then bet on who will win, and through that we will make some revenue, a small percentage of all the bets. NFT trading, that will give a royalty fee, and then we will have partnerships with affiliated products. We are actually on the verge of announcing our first merchandise partner, but that will come after the release. So that will come maybe August. Don't hold me to this, but we will definitely start doing things with merchandise partnerships. And also, for example, Buyback has a referral program. So anytime you trade on Buyback and you went through us initially, we will get a very small portion, what otherwise will go to Buyback. And so that money will also be used to buy back tokens from the market. So that's how we earn revenue. And we could have many of those type of partnerships. So Dimitri asks, hey Zeus, for new people, could you tell more about yourself? Some personal things, how old are you? Where you born? What games you played? What did you study in university? Where you from? How did you become CEO? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Could you tell more regarding the team? Who are other management members and what are their roles? Once you said that you sometimes cannot make a decision yourself because you are a team of owners, maybe in the ANG, you could stream the office of AG. So first of all, we are a multinational team and we are in different places. So we work from home. We don't have an office. I have been working with my co-founder for many, many years. We have a VPN business we set up 7 years ago. So, that is something that we've been doing for a long time already. And his name is Perry, and that's Thor, and he's also on LinkedIn, and he's also in the white paper. So you could see the key members. We also have our CMO there, but I would recommend you to just go to the white paper and you can there see the 3 leaders of the project. Some personal things about myself. I'm 34. I was born in the Netherlands. Games that I play are, well, I've played a lot of games, but most recent I've been playing Lost Ark. So that's an MMO. But I like Warcraft. I've played World of Warcraft for a long time. Many games I've played, and AFK Arena I've played for years. What did you study in university? I didn't study. I started working at 16. I've always been working in sales. So I don't have a huge amount of degrees. I did do my bachelor, but I did my bachelor when I was in my 20s, and I did it next to work in the evening. Where I'm from, I already answered that. I'm from the Netherlands. How did you become CEO? Well, I mean, I co-founded the project, and I am the commercial guy, the extrovert, and then Perry is my co-founder. He's the introvert and the technical guy. So we really are like a yin and yang, you know. We really have things that the other guy doesn't have, and because of that, we make a great team. And I think also this is a great advice for people in general. If you want to start up your own business and you're not technical yourself, like I am, then you do need someone who is, because otherwise, or at least in tech, there's no way you could do it. And the same goes the other way around. Perry is an introvert. If he had to do this AMA, it'd be a fucking disaster. So he would not be able to do this. I'm not saying that to brag that I can do it, but I'm just saying that it's just not his thing. If he had to talk with some VCs, it would be a very bad meeting. So again, these are things that are, you know, some people are good at it, some people are not. So you need to lean in your strengths, and you need to find someone who has the things that you don't to make a great team. It helps, of course, that we also like each other, that we've been friends for a very, very long time, longer than we've been in business, actually. So that helps, but it's not necessary, right? It just would help. Like me and my co-founder, we've known each other for probably 13 years or more. So we know and trust each other. And that's, of course, a big thing when you do business with each other, because there's so many stories where people get fucked over by their partner. And then, yeah, that usually kills a company. So like I said, there's a CTO and there's a CMO. So I think that answers the question for the most part. Hi, Zeus, where do you plan to expand geographically next? Is there a plan for this? How did statistics change from the previous AMA and the day of this AMA? We already are global, so there's not necessarily plans to expand geographically. If you mean in terms of languages, we will remain one Telegram channel. There's no plans for a second one. And this is also primarily because we're under attack 24/7, and that's already a hassle to manage. To keep the chat clean and all that. If we have multiple channels, maybe 20 or 10, it would become such a mess. So it's not something that I'm looking forward to do. So we won't. And there's not necessarily any statistics that would change. No. So no. We are, of course, big in certain countries, but again, English would be the main language to use. Crypter asks, are there any chance to buying lands of houses in the future? The answer is no. We don't have this. I also don't think, you know, virtual real estate is a good thing to do. No offense to other projects, but it's just, yeah, it's just not my thing. I really don't think it's a good idea. And the same thing goes for the questions about like lending out your NFTs so people would pay rent and all that shit. Like it's just abusing, you know, rich people's power for poor people to rent and to be able to make some income. That happens with Axie, for example, a lot, where you have some rich guys in the West who then rent out their NFTs to poorer people in poorer countries, and they have to, you know, they do that to try to earn some small profit, and it's just getting rich off the back of poorer people. It's just a very bad. Very bad. Yeah, morally it's just super bad. And again, these lands are typically used to rent out or to provide some utility for other people to use. And again, that is usually the only reason why anyone would ever do that, is because they can't afford it. So again, it's just a very bad practice and not something that I'm a huge fan of. No, again, no offense to other projects. It's just, I think morally it's just wrong. Okay, so these were all the 44 questions. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we're releasing our account system most likely tomorrow morning. We are ready. We're just finalizing a guide, putting some things in there and making an email, stuff like that. So that's why not today. But so it's coming, and we will be on time. And again, there will be a nice bonus of 5 free cards for people to get once they register early. So really hoping on you guys, a lot of enthusiasm. Please put positive comments in CoinMarketCap. It really helps. Report the haters. the people who want to follow on purpose with bullshit. And yeah, guys, let's make this launch a big success. Try to think a little bit longer than just the launch. I would advise, we have a long road ahead of us, things to improve, things to make better. And so we've only just gotten started with this project. And you know, the game release is definitely an important thing, but it's not the end of things. It's just the beginning. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I appreciate you. I see you guys in the channel. See you. Bye-bye.